Alrighty, we should be live. Good morning or
Nice.
afternoon, depending on where in meat space you live. I'm Emmanuel. I'm here with Alex, as always, and and today we have a special guest with us, Sheldon from Killteamstream. Going to talk to
Hello.
him a little bit about his upcoming new announcement he just dropped on the world this week, right? So Sheldon, tell us who you
Yeah.
are.
I'm Sheldon Steer, Killteamstream, you might know me as. I run the tournaments for Kill Team at LVO, BAO, SCO, and now KTO. And you might have seen some of my competitive packets that have been at lots of different events.
So Sheldon, for people who might see this who aren't like hardcore in the thick of things and don't know what those stand for, give us the full
Oh
run.
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
The Las Vegas Open is the
Mm-hmm.
LVO, and that's run by Frontline. Well, actually, the LVO, BAO, and SEO, the Las Vegas Open, the Bay Area Open, and the SoCal Open are all run by Frontline Gaming, and they have me on as their tournament organizer, TO. Um, and the KTO is the brand new Kill Team Open, which is what I'm excited to talk about today. We're
Mm-hmm.
made the big announcement, and that's why I wanted to talk with you guys and get the word out, get out the hype.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited for it. It sounds super interesting. I'm very thankful that it's not on the weekend of or close to Valentine's Day because I would not
Oh
be
yeah,
getting away with anything if I was planning for that. So
yeah,
tell us a little bit about the gist of it. Like wh- so there's a lot of kill team tournaments, right? There's a ton of them. You
yeah,
just rattled off about a million of them. Um, and that in addition to stuff we have internationally. But here in North America, there's still quite a lot, including Nova, including Adepticon, the
yeah.
ones that you're not directly involved in. So what pushed you to make KTO or TKO, as I keep saying it with my dyslexia and other obvious reference? So for Kill Team Open, what inspired you to do that, and what really sets it apart from all these other con plus big events?
Yeah, so this was a joint effort by the Basement Wargamers and Plasma Spam, which you might have known before as the 40K School of Driving. They reached out to me. The goal of the Kill Team Open was like when you talk about the Las Vegas Open and the Bay Area Open and the SoCal Open, the first thing you always think about is the 40K, the big Warhammer 40K tournament,
Mm-hmm.
and we wanted to kind of have an event that didn't have a big Warhammer 40K event happening, mostly because a lot of the time Warhammer 40K players, they might want to play Kill Team, but they don't have the opportunity to because there's a giant event happening that they want to get their ITC points at,
Mm-hmm.
etc. And so when they go to like the Las Vegas Open, they're more likely to sign up for the Warhammer 40K event rather than the Kill Team event. So we wanted to have an event that was completely focused on Kill Team,
Mm-hmm.
so as like a way to like one, we're kind of giving back to the community because we love the community so much, and we wanted to give them an event that's like worth like the name Kill Team, like give
Wait,
all sorts of
with worth what name? What name there?
Kill Team. So it's like we're gonna have a lot of cool stuff there and a ton of like vendors. We're reaching out to like tons of different sponsors and vendors and stuff to get like tons of cool goodies and stuff for
Oh, that's real
everybody.
neat.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, and one of the things that we're trying to set us apart is that like with the champions event, like
Mm-hmm.
everybody gets lunch provided.
Ooh.
Um, so it's like part of the ticket, which is
Mm-hmm.
unique for this kind. Usually there's like a food truck outside you have to go to, and
Mm-hmm.
this is more
If
like
you- if you're even that lucky.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was kind of one of the cool things. And then yeah, just to have a kill team focused event where
Mm-hmm.
kill team is the sole goal, and hopefully we're hoping to pull in some 40K players who've maybe been kill team curious and
And
uh
honestly, a lot of other game systems because I mean LVO, SCO, it's not just 40k and Horus Heresy and all the GW brand stuff. I mean, you got Star Wars Legion there, and in my brief I don't know what you can call it, my honeymoon period where I was dabbling in Legion, a guy that I was playing with quite a bit, he expressed interest in Kill Team specifically. He had some sprue for some Space Wolves, and he had expressed interest in it, but his main game is Star Wars Legion, and that's what he's going to play if he's going to go to a big event. And then you also have Kill Team players who are going to be interested in other games too. And we know that Alec wanted to participate in the Marvel Crisis Protocol too. So it's super interesting to me, at least, to break out a big event like this to just be focused on Kill Team solely, because it's not just 40k players. It's a lot more than that, because your Crisis Protocol people, I would venture to guess they're also interested in skirmish gaming, as well as Star Wars Legion. It's kind of like a bridge between 40k and skirmish games, because the scale is both big and small at the same time. So I think you're also breaking through, not only just into 40k down to a skirmish size game from their big scale game, but also from other game systems to give it a try or come check it out.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we want to have an event where, you know, the reason I kind of brought up 40k is because they'll already have all the models, you know. But hopefully, if we can get some, Star Wars Legion players or people who would normally be playing like Marvel Crisis Protocol, AOS,
AOS too, yeah.
Any of those other games, if we can pull them into the Kill Team Open, that would be really cool. Because, I love Kill Team. I've been trying to get the name for Kill Team out there since it first came out. I've been hyped about this game, and so I want to share that with everybody. I want everybody to see how cool Kill Team is. And
absolutely.
The new edition just came out. There's a whole bunch of hype.
Yeah, and speaking completely unbiased, because whatever, I don't have too much tied into Kill Team. I could cut and run if I really wanted to. And suffice it to say, I almost did with Legion, because I was starting to hit a wall with the end of Kill Team 2018. It wasn't making the happy juices flow in the brain as much as it used to, and looking for something different. And with the drop of Kill Team 2, honestly, like with all the other game systems I've played, it's one of the best out there. I can't say it is the best, because none are the best. Everyone has their flaws, but it's a great system and really easy to get into. I've taught over a dozen people the game now.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did the orc player just say that no one is the best?
No game is the best.
The best.
But we know Orcs is the best.
Orcs.
And see, that's why I make so many Kit Bash Orc kill teams, so I can always say Orcs are the best no matter who I'm playing.
I'm not that invested in Kill Team. I've only got 6 teams of custom Kit Bash Orcs.
Each one of these shelves is a different Kill Team over here.
Oh, that's nice. I never realized that's what you have on all those shelves. Yeah, I've still yet to grace myself into your streaming studio. Soon.
Yeah, hopefully you guys can come up and get some games on. Or if anybody wants to come play on my stream table, I'm always looking for people to come out and play a game on stream.
He's opened that up to the internet at large.
Let's do this.
So if James Workshop sends you a message.
If he can fly out here, I've got a couch he can crash on.
So let's get back to Kill Team Open, because I want to hear more about the nitty gritty about it. Tell us what the breakdown of it's going to be, because from what I can gather from your site, and something you actually just put out and published today as well, it's more than just a tournament. It's not just a big RTT for us all to celebrate. So tell us about the tournament itself. You probably haven't ironed out. Unless you have, then tell us all that stuff too. But even if you haven't ironed out all the logistics, just broad strokes what the tournament's going to be like. Because I know a lot of people are coming to this stream to hear what you have to say about the actual tournament, like what the packet's going to look like, all that. So maybe we could spend a little bit of time on that. And then once we're bored of that, we can start talking about all the really cool other stuff that you're going to have around the periphery of that tournament. That's
Yeah.
honestly exciting me just as much as a Kill Team dedicated tournament.
Yeah, I mean, the few things that haven't really been ironed out yet mostly revolves around day one because we're not exactly sure how much space we're going to need for the championships, how many tickets are going to sell. So we might add a few classes day one. We're still looking into that. But yeah, mostly it's going to be day one right now for sure. We've got the championships day one, which is going to be really cool and really unique. It's like a pod format. So unlike before where everybody is just like free for all and it's like all, 64 players versus each other, this is actually going to be broken up into 4 different pods of 16. And then the top 4 players for each pod move on to the finals. So it makes for
It's sort of like an expanded World Cup style sort of thing.
Yeah, that's exactly where my mind went as well.
Yeah. So Sheldon, day one, will that be a Friday or a Saturday?
It's a Saturday. Yep.
Saturday. Okay.
Potentially next year if we expand we might be able to expand to Friday, but right now we're just doing Saturday and Sunday. So
Yeah,
Saturday,
that's a better place to start.
Yeah, so Saturday we've got the championships, and then after the and obviously we're gonna have vendors there. We're gonna have casual play area for anybody who gets the general admission ticket. The main TO, who's Dave Mareski, he's gonna be also coming up with some cool like kill team puzzles and stuff that people can do, like break out of this. Can you get all your guys off the board in this scenario, or can you break out of this thing? Like, there's a whole bunch of
cool.
I just got a great idea. What if you had a kill team scenario set up like an escape room?
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff.
Is that what you're getting at? So, that's really fun. I like. So is there also space for? Is there also space for certain cheese-related paraphernalia to make their way into a side table?
We have to rewrite that.
Oh yeah,
we do.
Yep. You have to write it for the new. He's actually looking for if people have cool scenarios.
We'll rewrite. We'll rewrite the cheese.
So I have been pondering this. Sorry, we're tangentialing. But the whole system in Kill Team 2 of having actions, I think it really lends itself to like creative, like off the wall scenarios. I mean, agree. I mean, just the missions in the core book play with mission formats so much.
So true.
And then, I mean, if we make Mousetrap again, like we can do all the weird shit with actions. Oops, words. But like, yeah, I mean, people can go crazy and make all sorts of neat things for fun off the wall games.
Yeah, and like I said, if you have any ideas, hit us up. We've got killteamopen@gmail. Send us cool ideas. If we like them, we'll put them in, and that's for anybody who walks in. So general admission, like it's like there's going to be kind of a casual play, free play area. So we'll also have like learning to play Kill Team. Some stuff that like if people aren't, I mean, most people coming to Kill Team Open probably will know a little bit about Kill Team, but
I would assume
if they don't, if they bring like their spouse or their kids or something, they'll have something to do, that sort of thing. So speaking of,
I have seen some chatter that there are at least a couple families that will be tagging along and hang out. So I think this might be a more family-friendly event in general compared to like large gaming tournament type things.
Yeah, and actually, despite what you see in the wire, Baltimore is actually really cool. I grew up. My dad lives in Maryland, and so I lived in Maryland for a while. Baltimore's got some really cool stuff, and the area that the venue is like in the really super cool touristy spot. We're like right next to the big National Aquarium, and like there's tons of shops and cool touristy stuff to do right in that area. It's called the Waterfront, so it's like a pretty cool spot. But I guess back to the schedule. So we got the championships on day one, and that's gonna go until 6:30. So it's 10 a.m. to 6:30. Then we got the After Dark, which is similar to what we're doing at LVO. We've got like the black lights, and we're gonna have like LED objective markers, and drinking games and stuff like that. It's a little bit more casual and fun. Atmosphere, so that's going to be fun, and it doesn't overlap with anything, so you can sign up for the championships and the After Dark and still do both of them. If you make it to that top finals, the top 16, then day 2 is going to be the finals for the championships, which is going to be another 4 rounds, and that's just that top pod. So the 4 people from every 16 pod goes into a new 16 pod, and then that it plays out just like a full tournament, but it's going to be day 2. All the top players get to battle it out for that big trophy. And then we also on day 2 are going to have a narrative event. So similar to what we had at SoCal Open, that you guys were kind of crucial in making work, because I'm going to be honest, that was my first narrative event, so I kept coming to you guys like, how does this work? How do you do that?
If only there was a video on YouTube that taught you all about narrative.
Well, I watched it, but it was like, I read through the book. I was like, I've got this, and then I get there day of, and people are like, how many requisition points do I get? And I'm like, brain melt. So luckily, you guys were there to help me make it seem like I knew a lot more than I actually did. But it worked out, and a few people got that first narrative event. And the way that the narrative event works is it's like cumulative, right? So similar to the way that it works as the Spec Ops campaign in the core book, if you build your team and you get points, then when you come to the next narrative event, you can actually build on those teams that you've already used in the previous narrative events. So hopefully, throughout the many narrative events, you'll build sort of a story, build a cool narrative for your team, get leveled up, specialists and cool stuff, equipment, and after 5 events, if you get 5 events, then you get a really cool super secret prize that I'm not going to tell anyone about till it comes out.
Now, question, Senor Sheldon. Say, for example, someone were to play very well on day 1 and then be canceled out of narrative event. Can I still get my stamp?
What do you mean?
No. The narrative event happens at the same time as Top Cut.
No,
right?
you gotta play. There's no.
Yeah, you have to play the narrative
event. Okay. So
I see what
now
you're saying.
I have
make
incentive
it to day 2 of the championships.
What's up?
That's what you're asking. You're saying if you make it to day 2 of the championships. Yeah.
All right, E-Man, packed,
so
we lose.
We tank ourselves on day 1, so that way I can shoot people with those Hellfire rounds that you gave me, the Hellfire missiles that I got for winning the narrative event at SEO. They're not going to be fun on the DACA Boy. No one's going to be happy about that. Or not DACA Boy, Rocket Boy.
Oh man, that's going to be fun. So yeah, day 2 we've also got classes. So we got Wilhan, and he's going to be doing an early morning class from 9 a.m. till I think it's 12:30. Oh wait, no, let me double check. Yeah, 12:30. That's going to be a head painting class. So he's going to go over facial volumes, tonalities, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then he's also got a PM class, which is going to be from 1:30 to 5, which is all about non-metallic metals. So they're gonna
nice.
He's gonna go over how to render reflective materials without just using lead belcher, that sort of stuff. And then we've got
don't belcher shame us.
And then we've got
oil and lead belcher, my 2 workhorses.
And then Josh Berman, who's also a cool painter, he's doing a hip bashing class at the same time as the AM class. So both of our AM classes are 9 a.m. to 12:30.
Well, actually,
and his hip bashing.
Let me flip us over to a different view here. Oh my goodness!
Okay, yeah.
Did it break?
Uh-oh.
Did it break? Uh-oh.
I'll keep an eye on the.
Yeah, it broke. I set up all these frames
Uh-oh.
yesterday, and I
Oh,
had a
that's a
Yeah, I'm just
beautiful.
seeing
beautiful black
blank.
screen.
Yeah, it was all set up to capture my browser, and I have all the tabs open, including the one you just posted today with the painting class. R.I.P. I can't fix that on the fly, so we're just gonna
Okay.
direct people to that. I'll put the links that you're talking about. I'll put them in the chat right now, actually, so that way if someone
Yeah.
wants to pull it up on a separate frame while they listen to you, that'll work. So you keep talking.
Yeah, so
Talk amongst yourselves.
Josh Berman's doing an AM class for kit bashing, so he's gonna go over all
His
the.
stuff is really good.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna.
he's. They're both amazing
Yeah.
painters, and
Yeah.
Josh is also doing a PM class where he's going into sculpting, so like green stuff, milliput, that sort of
Ooh.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so definitely check those out. One of the cool things about those is you get a free model with every class, so you can take
Nice.
home. So yeah, you'll get to like actually work on something that you get to keep, and they'll both be like kind of going around and doing like hands-on instruction as well as like the overall like teaching, so people can get like kind of hands-on like, oh, I have this problem with non-metallic metals that I always mess up the lighting and stuff. Like
Do
he can actually.
you know if it will be possible for people to like build a model in the kit bashing in the morning and then work on it in one of the painting sessions in the afternoon?
Yeah, so that's kind of what we did with the workshops and classes is we broke it up so there's two classes going concurrently in the morning and two classes going concurrently in the evening. So essentially, if you go to one of the AM classes, then you can go to the one of the PM classes with the other instructor if you want, and get sort of like the best of both worlds. So if you want to bring that kit bash model, the Will has told me he's going to be going over sort of like, he doesn't want it to be like a cookie cutter class where everybody's just, we're doing the light from top left, and this is how we're going to do it with the exact same model for everybody. It's going to be more like, here are some principles that you can use to do this like on your own, like build your own techniques, come up with like, oh, I want the light to come from the bottom, or I want the light to come from the left, like it's not going to be, it's going to be more principled, like giving you like the real tools to be able to do it instead of just like, this is how we did that one model that one time,
Right. And I can't stress how helpful it is to have hands-on teaching for painting.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm not discounting the YouTube tutorials out there because there's tons of value in that. But as someone who only started painting miniatures in 2018, it was really hard to kind of break through those early barriers from just plain base coats and washes and dry brush to actually start exploring more advanced techniques with even simple things like highlights.
Yeah.
And to have, and this was in the before times, to be able to be at the shop with some paints and to have the shop owner Josh at Darkside, who is an amazing painter in and of itself.
Oh yeah. He's
For
super
him,
cool.
yeah, and for him to hands-on teach me things, to point out where my pitfalls are, what I can be doing better. It's leaps and bounds over what you can do from just watching someone demonstrate it and then trying to replicate that on your own, because it's really hard sometimes to translate that, because it's all it I don't know how to find the words to say it, but
It's the fact that someone can tell you what to do and you'll attempt to replicate it, but you don't know what you're doing wrong per se.
Yeah. Exactly.
And so having someone knowledgeable look at you and then be like, all right, so this is the little part where you're not doing it quite right. And just because the whole point is you're trying to learn, you didn't have the knowledge to recognize what it was you were doing wrong. So having the knowledgeable eyes on you helps.
Very well put.
Yep.
Those are the words I was not finding, so thank you.
I got you.
Not everybody learns the same way. I have that with my work. We're currently going through and doing like an instructional video series because, we have like our manual at work, but not everybody could just read something and get it. That some people are visual learners, some people are kinesthetic learners, so they need to do stuff. There's all types, and the best of both, or the best of all three worlds is to do all three. And you for sure got it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. 100%.
One of the cool things about having these awesome painters there too, though, which is like a side benefit, is that they're both going to be helping judging our big painting contest that we're doing at the Kill Team Open.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Honestly, genuinely, I forgot about that. I got too excited about the announcements of the classes
I actually
and
really like
just
the way you
everything.
guys are doing this. Because
Sorry?
it's not one painting competition, right?
Yeah.
It's two.
Yeah, and the cool thing is that like the the we're trying to make this like a premier painting competition. This isn't just like, oh, you came and you're gonna get best painted because your model in the championships was the best painted. This is like we're trying to bring in like we're getting like talking to a bunch of like painting companies about getting huge sponsorships for it, and none of that's really I can't say anything because we're still like in talks with that, but there's a few really big names, and keep an eye on the website. We're gonna definitely be announcing those when they like coalesce into like what's the word, like finalized essentially, when they're in
When you lock them in.
when we lock them in.
Mm-hmm.
But there's listening to Paint Dry, the podcast. They're sponsoring it, and they're going to be they've run a bunch of big tournaments, painting competitions, and they're going to be able to. Oh my god, it's so exciting! This was completely like out of left field. We just got like we made our announcement, and they came to us, and they're like, "Hey, we want to run a big painting competition at your event," and because like all these other events have been canceled. They were like itching to get something going again. They saw our event. They're like, this might be the platform for it. And so it was
That's awesome. That's so
super
awesome.
exciting.
Yeah. And Kill Team is such a great game system to really focus on the painting side of things too. Because I mean, you got your HQs in 40K, right? So you got your big kind of centerpiece models that you can spend that time on. But you're not just doing that though, right? With your painting competition, it's not just paint a bust or paint a commander or your leader and just like submit like your one best model. That's not what you're doing, right? Well, that's not only what you're doing.
Yeah, so we're starting out with 2 categories this year, but it's going to be expanding next year to a bunch more. But for this year, our 2 categories, we've got a champion category and a fire team category. The champion category is like a single model. Any single model from Kill Team or the previous edition of Kill Team, so like commanders, those kind of things, those are all viable. And then the fire team category is any 5 models that are legal in Kill Team or the old Kill Team.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. So it's specifically 5 models, not like a literal fire team from one of the teams.
I mean, that we had a big conversation about that when we were kind of like deliberating the rules for the competition. Because some teams could have like a fire team of like 14 models, and then you've got custodies with 2. It kind of made it really like unfair. Like if somebody wanted to just really paint 2 really cool custodies, that's way easier than painting like 14 veteran guard, right?
Yeah.
So we wanted to make it fair. 5 models. Every team theoretically, if they're playing the game right, should have 5 models, right? You've got a 20 model roster, so theoretically, having 5 models in. Oh, hold on. My bad. My package just came. Give me 1 second. Oh my gosh.
How unprofessional. Don't you know we run such a tight ship here? We never just walk away from our streams.
All right. We now have unobstructed access to his background. All right.
Okay, so 2 keyboards. We know he's a musician. We already knew that.
Okay.
He's a little obsessed with Necrons back there, isn't he?
Okay. Yeah, again, not a surprise.
Oh my goodness. Can we enhance on that background? We got a reflection now. We can see the rest of his... Oh, fuck.
Enhance. Oh, no.
You ruined it, Sheldon. We were playing detective on your background. Lower your mic, bud. You're muted.
This is my big Necron army.
Yeah, we were commenting on that. It's like, he likes Necrons? Really?
No way.
You are Trazen.
You want to know how how ridiculously into Kill Team I am. The package that just showed up was like 4 different OP kits that stores get for like.
Okay. It's not your
for Kill Team.
800th arena kit?
You have more balloons now, Sheldon.
I have more balloons now, guys. and I've got, it came with all those like gold and silver and
nice, for more trophies,
bronze, like trophies and stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It was epic. Okay. So back to what I was saying. What was
I just want to interject real quick because it's more what's more exciting about the 5 model, not legal fire team, for me at least.
Yeah.
Is less about like the inequality between the effort between it. I think it adds a lot more visual interest too to whatever you're submitting for scoring, because it's a lot more interesting if you have a mix of custodians with some Sisters of Silence, or you have some warriors with a couple Gaunts and a couple Gene Stealers or something like that. It adds a lot more visual interest to what's being judged, because it's more of like a team rather than 5 Gene Stealers or 5 basic boys. Sure. So I think that's a lot more interesting to me about that than just the full fire team thing.
Sure.
Yeah, and I don't know if that was intentional or a happy little accident, but I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I mean it definitely went into the consideration. We wanted to make something that was fair but also interesting and fun, and we wanted to, make a couple cool categories that will entice, even the big expert painters, something that they can do. Any model from Kill Team is a huge, like, there are so many different models. Like, you might have already been working on one,
And any restrictions on the model, the source, the material, anything like that people should know about?
Yeah, so let's see.
Because since your events aren't GW events, people can come with whatever kind of third-party stuff, as long as they're appropriate and they accurately resemble what they're trying to be. So does that hold true with the submission as well?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a Games Workshop model, that's for sure.
And also one follow-up. So you said the champion model can be from either this edition of Kill Team or the previous one.
Oh, I missed that. I completely missed that.
Yeah. Oops. Does that hold true for the fire team as well, or does the fire team have to be from current? So that can be from either this or the current team.
So if you had a really cool Kill Team and now your Kill Team's not legal, you don't have to fret that, like, oh no, has to be like.
You mean I can bring my Electro Priests?
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't have, like, so one of the things is because it's a professional painting contest, we want to make sure that models are secured to, like, so when you have like the 5 models, they should be like magnetized to a base or somehow really secure, because people are going to be picking them up, looking at them. So that's one of the things, like, if you have like a big huge display board or box or something, like as long as everything is like secured, that's one of the things we're really worried about, because we want to make sure that if people pick up their model, like, the judges are going to have to look at the model, even the underneath, and shine a light in like the really like hard to get areas, make sure everything, it's like a.
Now, are all of these requirements on the website yet, or is that still a work in progress?
So that's still a work in progress. Dan is heading up the the legalese. He's got like lawyers and everything. It's pretty amazing.
Oh, wow.
He's working through all that. I've already pretty much built like the web page that's going to be like the head web page for it, but we're just waiting until we get all the the legalese all.
Yeah. I'm sure somewhere in there he'll have, it's like, we are not responsible for any damage that might have happened to your minis. It's your responsibility for securing, all that kind of stuff. But it's helpful to give people a heads up ahead of time. It's like, hey, lock your stuff down.
Actually, this is actually something pretty cool about our painting contest that no other major like competitive painting contest has probably, I think, ever done. If you're in the championships and your submission is the models that you're actually playing in the tournament, you can get special dispensation to have those models at your table, um, to use, as long as they're returned to the judges at the very end of the championships. So
That
the
makes
one
sense.
downside
I see. Okay.
the one downside of that is that if you break those models during your play, they're judged at the state they are in when they get back to us. So I mean, you're at your own risk, you know. But that opens it up so the players can, play with their models if they're not like, they didn't paint a whole separate team just for the competition. They can use the ones that they're actually playing with,
Yeah. At least for what it's worth, there's plenty of time from now until February to actually plan for that if you want to have separate models too. So at least people have enough lead time.
Exactly, yeah.
Did
That's
we
why
ever
we
say
wanted to
when exactly this is? Did you say the dates?
I don't think we
No,
did.
we didn't.
Yeah. Do you want to say that right now? I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good. It's February 19th and 20th.
There you
And
go.
it's going to be in Baltimore, Maryland, at the Marriott Waterfront in Baltimore. So yeah, good call on getting that out there. February 19th and 20th.
Yeah.
Hope to see
We
you
should,
guys there.
To be
we should
fair,
change the video description.
yeah,
after this is
yeah, I
done.
will.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
update
do
it
that.
out there. But to be fair,
Yeah.
I was planning on having your website.
Be fair.
To be fair, I was
That's
planning
true,
on having
yeah.
that all up, but that all broke in a glorious fire. So great. Cool, man. I'm so excited. I'm so excited
Nice.
for the painting side of it. I'm so excited for all of it. And one big challenge for me is that I tend to not take my vacation time at work. I tend to just put my head
yeah.
down and keep working. So I thank you for forcing me to take a vacation in January and also for taking a vacation in February.
Yeah. Definitely going to be excited to see you there. Oh, there was something I wanted to say. I'll try and think about it. Oh yeah. We're also going to have raffles. So that's one cool thing.
I got a great
and we'll
idea. I got a great
yeah.
idea. Can I interrupt you because it's gonna fall away.
Oh, no.
So, hey Alex,
Oh no.
after orcs, what's the one thing you're not supposed to mention around me if you don't want me to talk for an hour?
Our Horse Legion.
Yes. So at the Legion events, and this is something that I've been meaning to tell you, and I keep forgetting. And you said raffle, and it triggered the memory. They have something called a bounty board.
Okay.
Where people can put bounties on certain things happening, like you table a Custodes player, and like different things like this, and they can submit these bounties, and whatever prize support you have can be fixed to, you can attribute this prize is worthy of that bounty, this prize is worthy of that bounty, kind of thing. And if someone completes that bounty, they get that prize. And then if bounties aren't completed, the rest can go up to raffle to whoever didn't complete a bounty. So for people who didn't complete it, the rest can then get divvied up to whoever else is there that didn't get one of the bounty prizes. And you can call it something like a hit list or something like that, something thematic.
Yeah.
That's something
like
that
that.
I was thinking about before you even mentioned raffle, and I kept meaning to tell you about that, but I dig that idea. And you can even put bounties
that's super
on
cool.
very trivial things like go give Alex a noogie or something like that. Except, in the times where like don't touch people. But but at previous
You know what you've
events,
just done, right?
no, I understand that you can veto whatever you want, but
regardless of if we make it a thing now, it's gonna
This
happen.
just seems to happen at events. I get picked on. When we did the SoCal like Big Hammer narrative thing, one of the special rules we came up with was like if you did an action in the middle of the board, you could throw mortal wounds on someone else's table.
Yeah.
Guess who got targeted every single time?
Because you had the dinosaur knight, everyone wanted to see it die. But anyway, sorry to derail your whole thing. Your dinosaur knight is a beautiful monstrosity. But when you said raffle, I just wanted to make sure I put that idea out there. I really dig the idea of like a hit list or something like that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is cool. I'll talk to Dave
Yeah.
and Steve and Ryan and see if we can maybe institute something cool like that. That would be pretty sweet. I guess I should do my due diligence and make sure to let everyone know that we are still looking for volunteers, sponsors, that sort of stuff. So if anybody wants to sponsor stuff or volunteer to help, we need people for setup, teardown, registration, and judging. So definitely, if you go to killteamopen.com, there's a way to sign up to like let us know if you want to help with that.
Let me see if I can put that in the. I could book a room today. Where's this link? Where's this link?
Don't book the rooms just yet because we are about to get a slot of rooms at a discount.
Oh, you're gonna get a block done. Nice.
Yeah. So
I posted a link in the chat, and I'll put this in the description for the video as well for the volunteer link for you. So if you're interested in volunteering to help Sheldon out, he does so much heavy lifting on his own. If you've never been out to one of his events, it's incredible how much he just loads on himself to do. To the point that Alex and I felt super guilty just leaving, even though we were super exhausted at SEO, and we stayed to help him out with a bunch of stuff afterwards.
We did help with a good bit of.
No, we did, but that we helped because we was like, we can't just leave him like this. But so like, if you even have an inkling of wanting to get involved and help him out, he definitely deserves the help.
Luckily for Kill Team Open, Dave and Steve from the Basement Wargamers are going to be doing a ton of heavy lifting.
Nice.
Dave is actually because I noticed on the thing it said talk to the Kill Team TO. Technically for this event, I'm in charge of the streaming. And the
I
logistics
misunderstood. I can edit that title. So, I'll change the I'll change the title around. Yeah.
So Dave is actually the TO for the event.
Gotcha.
And then Steve is kind of our coordinator. He's been getting all the sponsorships and all that stuff, and
Dave
with the
was the TO for Atlantic City Open. Is that correct? Am I remembering that right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He did a great job with that. Open. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's awesome. That's how I got to know him, was because I donated like the terrain for the ACO and worked with them on like getting the packet and all the branding and stuff for that. And I guess they really liked working with me. They wanted to do it again, so I'm excited. But yeah, it won't be just me pulling all the boxes down and loading up all the tables like it was for SEO.
Yeah. Well, good. But still volunteer. Help Sheldon out if you can.
Definitely, we need volunteers. So I mean, don't let that dissuade you from signing up.
hitting on basic points that we missed early on.
Okay.
So you mentioned a packet. For someone who doesn't know, how do they go about finding the packet information for this tournament?
So there's a few ways. On the sign-up page, like the actual store page for the tournament, it has a link. But also you can find it at killteamstream.com/data. We're just using the same championship packet that we're using at SoCal Open, LVO, that sort of thing. So it should be pretty easy to find. You may already have printed it out, because it's going to be the same tournament packet we're using at LVO. So should be pretty easy for people to find and practice with. And I'm bringing my terrain. I'm literally driving a U-Haul across country, so we'll have the LVO terrain there, so the people don't have to worry about like what terrain's going to be there. We're going to have the right stuff. Going to be all Killteamstream approved.
I need a caricature of you like the Vault Boy with the thumbs up from Fallout. Killteamstream approved. I need that. We need to make stickers. That's something you need to have. Killteamstream approved.
I can work on that. We actually that leads me into another thing I wanted to touch on. If you go to our store, we have a ton of merch.
No joke, really?
Open championships, and we're gonna be adding some more merch there. This is kind of like the initial offering.
Ooh.
Even if you're not going, you can really help
jacket. I like that zip-up jacket.
Even if you're not going to the tournament, you can really help us by picking up a few like items of merch, because this is an expensive thing. We're paying a lot for the venue and all the food and everything. So, if you could help us out, even if you can't make it to the event, maybe pick up a mug or a notebook or a bag or something.
Or a fanny pack.
Or a fanny pack for all your dice, and tokens. I think that thing's pretty cool.
That's pretty smart, actually.
I like my hip pouches for wargaming. All right.
You
All
got a
right.
duffel
Well,
bag, so if you say, "Oh, I can't go to Maryland because I don't have luggage," you could buy a Kill Team Open duffel bag right here.
Exactly. I'm
Ooh,
really proud of how that design turned out too for the
yeah,
duffel bag.
nice, nice. I
Probably gonna
might
get one
be
of those for myself.
loosening my wallet this afternoon on
Woo!
some of these things.
Yeah,
Nice.
so yeah, that helps us out a lot because that's the main reason we wanted to make sure we got merch up there is because we
Mm-hmm.
know that not everybody's going to be able to make it out, especially how close it is to LVO. But
Mm-hmm.
we wanted to give something so people could support the event, support Kill Team, support us putting on a epic show because even if you're not going, you'll be able to watch at home on Twitch and YouTube and Facebook and all that stuff. So if
Mm-hmm.
the cooler the show we can put on for you, the better
Mm-hmm.
it is for you, right? So
Mm-hmm.
definitely help support the event that way. I think that's all the big interview points I had to go over.
Nice, nice.
So now we can chat, about SoCal Open and
Yeah,
or something.
yeah. Well, I'm really hyped for this. I'm really excited for it. Initially, I'll be honest with you. Initially, when you said the dates, I'm like, oof, that's not gonna happen, pal. I'm already going to LVO. That's not gonna happen. But I'm gonna work real hard to make it work because I'm really excited for what you're putting together here. I think this is this is what we really. I don't want to say deserve because that sounds like kind of an air of entitlement, but
no, we
That's
deserve it. We deserve it.
but it's something that we've always wanted,
I'll be
right?
the arrogant one. We deserve
Because
it.
yeah,
we know that there's interest, we know there's excitement, and clearly it's there. Otherwise, we wouldn't be getting so much support now. It's kind of
yeah,
obvious that, I mean, retrospectoscope or whatever the thing is, hindsight 2020. It's obvious why there was a valley of support for Kill Team 2018 when we saw how much work went into Kill Team 2 and how it's been pumped out, pumped out, pumped out. We don't know how long that's going to last. They gave us a roadmap,
yeah,
so we know that's where that road ends, and we don't know if there's an exit or there's another highway after that, right? But
yeah,
it's obvious that there is that interest there, and I've only seen that growing. I've seen a lot of people who have never played a tabletop war game. There's someone at Darkside Games, my local LGS, who works there now. He was a recent hired employee of them, and he came in and saw a game not this Thursday, the previous Thursday that I was playing, and he came in and started asking me about Kill Team. What is this? And he's big into D&D, and what he really likes about D&D is like the tactical kind of map battle system, and that's what
yeah,
he really enjoys. He's a little bit of a murder hobo, I'm suspecting, but that's what I really enjoyed before Kill Team as well. And yeah, just tons of new people just getting into it and getting really excited about it. And this new system is so easy to teach and so much fun.
yeah,
And it's not perfect, but it got rid of a lot of the baggage it had when it was tagged onto a mini version of 40K. And now that it's its own thing, it's just a super exciting system to have. And because of that, I think it really does deserve its own kind of featured space to
yeah,
be its thing. And that's what's really exciting about KTO. To me.
yeah,
To me. Also, like
yeah.
you never talked about the food. You want to tell people about the food? It's supposed to be really good, right?
Oh,
Like really
uh,
fancy chicken nuggies?
this year we're actually having there was kind of a fallout with our original venue because there was some weird booking concerns, so we weren't able to get the catering we wanted for this year. It's going to be catered by the Marriott, so they have a whole menu of stuff.
Oh, I see.
Uh,
Okay.
but
So what you
next
teased
year,
so what you teased for me, I'm
yeah,
basically you've disappointed me, Sheldon.
sorry about that.
That's
Next
okay.
year, it's going to be catered by Ryan Wilfong and his crew, who I mean, they cater
Hmm.
for like the White House and like they're the bee's knees.
Get out. Get out. The stream's over. Bees don't have knees, you monster.
But they're
You're
yeah,
like,
so and
no.
it's gonna be at this like epic mansion. It's gonna be crazy. So this was kind of like a stopgap, kind of get us just to be able to do the event. with the Marriott. But it's still great. I mean, it's the Marriott waterfront. It's an epic venue, and we're gonna have a great time. But just wait till next year. It's gonna be crazy. We already booked the spot this time, so we're guaranteed. We've got that venue. We've got Ryan. We got all that stuff. Everything's set in stone. So I'm super hyped for 2023 Kill Team Open. It's only gonna get better. It's gonna get bigger. We're gonna bump up the numbers of everything. We're gonna take it to the next level. So this is kind of like the proof of concept. Get everything, all those relationships with vendors and stuff and sponsors, and show people that we can put on an epic show, and that we appreciate what everybody's going to be walking home with something cool, I think, at the Kill Team Open.
At least new friends.
Exactly.
So I'm going to have to read.
Gubbins.
Don't talk to me about the shiny gubbins. So I'm going to have to rewatch the stream to hear all of that, because I saw Alex's face and I Googled, do bees have knees?
Yes.
Bees, like all insects, have 6 sections to their legs: the coxa, trochanter, femur, tibia, metatarsus, and tarsus. Each is connected by a joint, and the one most like a knee is between the femur and the tibia, which is what humans have. Of all of these, only one actually found in nature is the bee's knees. Now,
I love that not only did you Google it, but you shared it with the world.
Now, I wanted to give you that very, very interesting little tidbit. So bees do actually have knees, technically. The very next thing that Google suggested to me is an article that says, "Can bees fart?" So I think we're done. I don't know what that says about Google or what that says about my search history, but we're done here.
Or a little bit of both. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
¿Por qué no los dos? Alrighty. Well, right. I'm very excited. I know Alex is very excited.
Hype.
Yeah. Is there anything else, Sheldon? Any last
closing remarks
you need to hit?
Probably, but they're not in my head right now. Killteamstream.com, killteamopen.com. Check it out. Get your tickets today. If you can't get tickets, buy merch. If you can't, if you want to help out, volunteer. If you're a big company and you want to sponsor it, we are looking for sponsors. We're putting your name on the website. We're blasting it out to everybody. This is going to be a big deal. So work with us, help us out, and we can put on something epic for you guys that you will be so happy that you were involved with. It's going to be insane.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get better from here.
Yeah, and if you can't do any of that, just share it around. Share the link with people. You might get it out to someone who's really excited and really interested and able to go or able to buy merch. So just share it around. I know I am. Well, obviously we're doing this today, right? But I digress. I'm really excited. Thanks for coming on, Sheldon. Appreciate you.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Love you guys. You guys are awesome.
Adios, bud.
Bye.
Bye.